and expert.
All of you visible the screen?
No, sir.
Wait. The system showing the screen on Zoom. Now you are seeing the screen. Unit dose dispensing. All of you visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yesterday we have to discuss about the unit dose dispensing.
Yes, sir.
The unit dose, name itself indicated. Unit means single dose. Dispensing of single dose to the concerned patients during the hospitalizations. In sufficient quantity, regularly, single dose are provided during the treatment of hospitalized patients. And this single dose are transferred with the help of this tray. If you see the images, it having the trays, it contains the whatever the medicaments required for the IPD patients, they are given in the form of trays as a unit. Dose dispensing. What are the disadvantage and advantage of this type of dispensing method of drugs? It's a single dosage. Due to the single dose, the medications here are very much lesser than the other system. This is the biggest advantage of this system, a dispensing system, that is unit dose dispensing systems. Medication error is minimized as compared to the other systems. It eliminates the wastage of drugs. Means whatever the wastage while prescribing the particular prescription by the physicians, there are real numbers of doses available for the treatments. So once purchasing all the medicaments may be consumed or not. If not consumed, there is a eliminations or wastage of the drug is occur with other systems. Here in unit system, there is only single dose given during the treatment. So whatever the wastage of drugs are eliminated or minimized. Patient receives only single dose and
disadvantages. हे कशाचे आहेत सर ऍडव्हान्टेजेस आणि डिसएडव्हान्टेजेस?
This one.
Unit dose dispensing.
तुम्हाला स्क्रीनशॉट काढायची तर काढून घ्या.
सर पीपीटी सेंड क्लासरूम वरती अपडेट करा ना. जे हे प्रेझेंटेशन आहे ना गुगल क्लासरूम वरती अपडेट करा म्हणजे आम्हाला नंतर बघता येईल.
बर बघूया कसं काय करता येईल. First advantage, medication error is lesser one. Second, wastage of drugs are minimized or eliminated with this unit dose. Patients receives only dose that are required during the hospitalization and only charge of that particular dose only, not required all the treatments given by the physicians. And here the nurses are get touch with more time to the direct patient's care during the care to the particular patients. If you see the one figure here, the patients are hospitalized and they give the unit dose of the particular treatment whenever the medicaments required as per the guidelines of physicians. Here, the advantage is more space is available in nursing stations by eliminating the floor stock, bulky floor stock. Whatever the bulky floor stocks are available with the help of these systems, this space are minimized by using unit dose dispensing. These are the some advantage of this unit dose dispensing methods operating in the hospitals. So, second things, that is the disadvantage of these systems. Single dose करायचं असेल तर आपल्याला काय करावं लागेल? It requires the packaging material extra. Might be the charges of that packaging are included in the systems, included to the patient's bill. This may be included due to the individual dose dispensing to the particular patients. No one can give the pre-treatment, free advice or free services. They are everyone's are charged. So whenever the unit dose preparations, it requires packaging materials. That packaging materials increases the cost of the patient's bill, and it requires more space for the packaging also. This is the advantage. Disadvantage of unit dose, it requires more space for the packaging and also increases the cost of that particular patient's bill during the treatment. It requires increased number of pharmacists for the packaging or skilled person during the packaging of the material from bulk to the single dose. Ultimately, cost will be increases. And that cost are the handling cost, handling charges occurred by the hospitals to the patients. These are some disadvantage of this system. But advantage is minimization of the medication errors as well as minimization of the wastage of unwanted drugs. Again, these unit dose dispensings are divided into two types: centralized unit dose drug distribution system, that is CUDD, and decentralized unit dose drug distribution system, DUDD. Name itself indicate that centralized means where the hospital pharmacy is situated. From hospital pharmacy, these doses are distributed from the pharmacist under supervision of pharmacist to the concerned patients. Decentralized means at the nursing stations, particular doses are available for the patients, or they called as mobile services, like mobile dispensary like services are included in decentralized units. First, we have to see with the centralized unit dose drug distribution system, that is CUDD. These drugs are generally dispensed in a unit dose from the central part of the hospital, that is nothing but hospital pharmacy. From the hospital pharmacy, dispense of the unit dose from the center area of the pharmacy to the given patients. And for operating of this type of CUDD, that is centralized unit dose drug distribution systems, various devices, delivery devices are used. Here, the picture you have to see, the pneumatic tube systems are generally used for the centralized unit dose drug distribution systems. These are the pictures of pneumatic tube systems where the drugs are placed and delivered to the particular patients from central unit or central area of the pharmacy. Because for unit dose, it requires packaging center. From packaging department, the distribution was occurred from the the pharmacy, central area of the pharmacy. So it requires separation of the dose as per the patient's prescriptions, and they are filled in the pneumatic tube and transferred to the particular patients, or delivered or dispensed to the particular patient site where the patients are admitted in the hospitals at particular wards. This is a one method of unit dose, the dispensing method, and second one is a decentralized unit dose drug distribution system, that is DUDD. Name itself indicates that decentralized means they are available in the wards, or sometimes you have to call it as satellite pharmacy. From pharmacy staff, hospital pharmacy staffs are involved to dispense particular drugs at the particular wards, nursing wards, nursing station. They supply the whatever the dose unit from central area of the pharmacy towards the nursing stations, and from nursing stations they deliver to the particular patients and record it into the admission chart of the particular patients. The decentralized unit dose distribution systems are operated through the small satellite pharmacies located at every floor in the hospital. Here the role of main pharmacy store is procurement, storage and manufacturing, packaging. Once the packaging is over in the main pharmacy, they transfers whatever the doses required for the particular patients at respective floors. And from floor, they are distributed or dispensed to the particular patients. And for decentralized unit, there is some procedures you have to adapt it for dispensing of the drugs. Centralized process, no doubt the pharmacist directly involved for the dispensing of the drugs, whereas in decentralized, pharmacy persons are involved, but there are some procedures to maintain the records of particular drugs while dispensing. First procedure, patient's profile card is prepared upon the admissions in the hospitals. This admission card, and nothing but is admit card of the particular patients. They are prepared by the hospitals. Prescriptions are sent directly to the pharmacist, where the central pharmacy is available. Pharmacists check the medication orders, whatever the prescribed medications, they are checked, and junior pharmacists or pharmacy staffs, technicians, pharmacy technicians pick the medication order and place drug in the cart, or in short tray. In tray, whatever the medication orders are placed by the pharmacy technicians. And once again, these pharmacists check the card before the release to the particular patients or particular wards. The nurse administrator, the nursing station administrator, the drug and make the entry in their record, in their patient's records. And upon return to the pharmacy, they check the whether tray is completely used or any medicines are returned to the pharmacy. This procedure was followed for in the decentralized unit dose drug distribution system. This is a part with the unit dose dispensing methods or system in hospitals. These are the four systems where drug is distributed or dispensed in the hospitals. This is a general flow chart. Already you have to see in the hospital pharmacy, or already you have to written in the assignments. Pharmacy, they acquire the prescription from the patients for IPD patients, and they deliver the particular prescription to the particular patients, hospitalized patients, and charges are given. Already you have to draw this general flow chart for patients. Now we have to see with the ambulatory patients. Ambulatory, nothing but is the OPD patients. Name itself is outpatient. How the particular drugs are dispensed for the outpatients or ambulatory patients. Outpatients are generally three types. They generally came for the routine checkups, primary health care, emergency purposes. These OPD departments are available. And these OPD patients not occupy any single beds in the hospital. That patients are called as OPD patients. OPD patients are generally categorized with the three segments: emergency patient, tertiary care, and primary cares. First, we have to see the emergency patients. Generally, emergency cases, nothing but you have to in general terms, you have to call generally as an accidental cases. Any accidental cases happens, they are called as emergency cases. It requires immediate medical attention, and it is suffering from the serious health conditions or illness. These cases are called as emergency cases. Like corona cases, these are the emergency cases, immediately transferred to the hospitalized. Second type of outpatient is tertiary cares. Other than the emergency treatment, these are come under the tertiary cares. Tertiary cares, nothing but like the routine checkup of the particular patient from the medical practitioner, or physicians for a specific treatment like cardiac, diabetes. They does not require any hospitalization of such a patients. They only go for their particular physicians at particular times, and they regularize their treatments. That patients are called as tertiary care patients for OPD. And last cases of OPD is a primary care. Primary care is a majority care. It includes all types of cares when patients came to the hospitals. It describes various range of the services adequate for the meetings. Most primary care is used by patients who are ambulatory. That is easy to move freely by the concerned patients. That patients are called as primary care patients. Apart from accidental and apart from routine checkup or OPD, whatever the other patients are come under the primary care type of OPD patients. These are the types of OPD patients. Location of outpatient dispensing. Generally, this dispensing of the OPD patients of drug from hospital pharmacy itself. Generally, hospital pharmacy are located at the ground floor because this hospital pharmacy is used for both IPD patients as well as ambulatory or outpatient dispensing of drugs. So generally, the hospital pharmacy should be present or located at ground floor of the building. For outpatient, dispensing area should be provided with the proper sitting arrangement. Generally available in the hospital, proper sitting arrangement while dispensing of the medicaments given by the physicians. The pharmacy receive the prescriptions and it supplies from the medical stores. And emergency supplies. Here supplies, OPD patient supplies are different one. Those are in emergency cases, they supply at a time all the medicaments to the particular emergency patients. While in primary, tertiary, as per the requirement, received to the particular pharmacy, they supply the medicament as per the convenience or availability of the patients. This is the layout for OPD department. Sitting arrangement for patients here. This sitting arrangement generally available in the hospital area, waiting room, waiting area of the hospital. Here the window for dispensary for OPD patients as well as for APD also. Here one of the dispensary. Here refrigerator for refrigeration of the storage conditional drugs. Here refrigerator. Office of the concerned OPD, like hospital office. And this inner part is a hospital pharmacy. Here the racks for the storing of drug. These are the general layout for the OPD department along with the hospital pharmacy where located for the OPD patients. Repeating. This is a flow chart for OPD patients. This is a drug distribution to the OPD. No medicament should be issued without the prescriptions. After the issue has been made, the quantity supply must be recorded by the hospital pharmacy. And medicines are given to the OPD patients from the pharmacy situated in the outpatient block. These are the drug dispensing method for the OPD patients. Next is dispensing of controlled drugs. किती टाइम राहिला? We continue with the dispensing of controlled drugs. Control means they are the drugs do not misuse or drugs, alcoholic drugs, psychotropic drugs, narcotic drugs are enter into. चावी दे ना आपल्या गाडीची कोणाला येते त्यांना बाजूला करते control drug. Generally, narcotic and psychotropic drugs are come under the control drugs. The use of their control drugs are monitored or under lock and key. These drugs are available in the hospital stores. Dispensing of control drugs, these drugs should be kept in the lock and key. Separate registers are used for maintaining the record of the particular registers. And for dispensing of these control drugs, there are some procedures are involved. It does not give directly to the concerned patients. For example, Corex. If you heard all the things related with the Corex, cough syrup. It's a narcotic drug. Codeine is available in the Corex. So, near about 1.5 decade before, the Corex are freely available in the markets, but it is not used for the cough. It is used for as a alcoholisms, nasha, narcotic. नशा लाने के लिए कोरेक्स यूटिलाइजेशन करते थे instead of medicaments. So such a kind of misuse of particular drugs, they are prohibited by the Narcotic and Psychotropic Act. There are some procedure for dispensing of such a type of narcotic and controlled drugs. First is medical superintendent is overall responsible for the handling of controlled drugs. Here, chief pharmacist procures, stores and dispense the drug under his supervision. Prescription of narcotic drugs under Narcotic and Psychotropic Substance Act 1985 must include following information of the concerned patients, like first patient's full name, address, date, name and strength of the drugs, quantity of drug, signature of the prescriber, dose and route of the administration. These are the requirement as per the Narcotic and Psychotropic Act 1985. These things are must be included in the prescription of the particular physicians. Those are using required psychotropics as well as narcotic drugs to concern patient. These are the following things are the essentials in the prescriptions. Patient name, address, date, name, strength of drugs, quantity of drugs, signature of prescribers, dose and route of administration. These things are essential in the prescriptions. If the required drug is not in the stock, the complete control drug prescription must be written on hospital prescription blank form by the registered medical practitioner and sign it. Delivery of narcotic drug from pharmacy to ward should be carried out by a reliable person. Means only the pharmacist should deliver the narcotic drugs or pharmacy staffs, pharmacist technician who are completed their diploma in pharmacy minimum. They deliver the narcotic drugs from pharmacy to the wards should be carried by the reliable persons. After dispensing, nurses resume responsibility for administration, control and auditing of the inventory. If after administration, if one of the patient refuses or doctor cancels any dose, nurse should destroy the drug into the sink and record refused by the patients or refused by the doctors. These are the cares are taken for the controlled drug. This is a part related with the drug distribution system in hospital for inpatients, for outpatients and for controlled drugs. For controlled drugs, it requires specific, maintaining the specific register of stocks where the stocks for narcotic and psychotropic drugs are under lock and key to avoid the misuse of that controlled drugs. One example I already told that Corex containing codeine, narcotic drug codeine. The misuse of codeine instead of cough syrup, they use for the alcoholisms. And this is part of drug distribution. Okay, we have to conclude it here, today's sessions. We will discuss in next lecture with next topic, next subunit of pharmacy practice. Thank you.